Hello! Welcome to our gathering of heroes. These are the would-be heroes of the Marvel Universe in actual play using the relatively new Marvel Multiverse 616 TTRPG system. As a warning, this is a game that can also explore mature themes, and while we'll be specifically avoiding some topics, the game may still include body horror, gore, violence, loss of character agency, gaslighting, mind control, or other topics. Our players have discussed consent and boundaries and will collectively avoid situations that may be triggering. Players will always let me know if anything gets uncomfortable by using yellow and red cards in our private chat. If you as a viewer ever feel uncomfortable or triggered, please pause and step away. Our streams will be available on YouTube after the game, and you can always come back to an episode when you feel ready. Quick acknowledgement. To Roll20 and Demi-Plane, two very useful TTRPG aggregate system aids, for want of a better term, that can help as a virtual tabletop or as a game gather space in order to more effectively manage your campaigns. And Marvel, without whom none of this would happen. Let's do a quick introduction and let everybody know who you are and who you're playing. Let's start with Adam.
Hi, I'm Adam, or better known as Soulbind all over the internet. I'm a game engineer, occasional voice actor, and general TTRPG nerd. I'll be playing Dreadfire tonight.
All right.
Hi, I am Pandora Beatrix. I am a slightly more occasional voice actor, I guess, and I can be found at Pandora Beatrix on most places. My character today is Dr. Penelope Parator, aka Beholder. Are we waiting because I trailed off weird?
Nope. Yes.
Okay. No, I was done.
Yes.
Me? Okay, sorry. Hi, everybody. I'm Cassie. I'm a cosplayer, and you can find me at Random Attempt on the Twitter and also on Blue Sky. And I will be playing Liberty Lass.
Mike.
Hi, everybody. My name is Mike. You can find me on the X at Lanyap Gaming. I have small history of doing actual play TTRPGs through World of Darkness, from Orkborg, a little bit of Pathfinder. Currently, this evening, I'll be playing Pierce Rice, Private Investigator.
As you will. Now, to set the scene for our viewers, in case you didn't see last episode, our intrepid adventurers, heroes, gathered under the auspices of following a lead given to them by a giant alligator in the sewer to determine a possible source, or at very least track down the direction of a source of a narcotic that seems to be hitting the streets that's causing some issues with law enforcement.
Just say no to glowing drugs, kids.
Purple. Say no to the purple.
The grape juice, the Kool-Aid, the Pop Rocks. What else have we got?
Grape Trank.
Exactly. So our heroes, after defeating some rats, followed a rat into the sewers, met an alligator by the name of Reginald, dapper fellow, who would have liked it to take them for dinner. But as with most things, they decided to brain check, for want of a better term, and followed his advice to investigate a lead of possible drug connection by talking to Fremont. A bit perplexed by this somewhat cagey advice, the heroes went about investigating and determining who exactly or what Fremont was, and it turns out Fremont was in fact a stone troll under a bridge. I don't remember the name of the bridge now. Okay.
I don't have the map up anymore. Wait, no, I do.
It wasn't the Fremont Bridge.
No, it's
It wasn't the Fremont
Aurora.
Bridge.
He called it this.
Aurora.
It was the Aurora Bridge.
Yeah.
Well, no prize for anyone who got it. And through some investigation, met Fremont and got very little information out. I'll be honest. He has apparently been living there for quite some time and rather enjoys doing so. But then because he's lived there for so long, he has seen and witnessed much. And the information that the group did get out of him was that there have indeed been transactions of a nefarious kind under this bridge. And so our heroes decided to lay in wait and set a trap, hoping to catch some nefarious daring no, that doesn't work. The nefarious acts of someone and inflict their daring do upon? No. Anyways, long story short, if I remember correctly,
ne'er-do-wells or something.
There it is. Dastardly something, yes. If I remember correctly, everyone sort of scattered and kept an eye on,
so to speak.
Fish.
In some cases, a very specific eye on the general area and Fremont's general location, and hoping that something happens. So, everybody give me vigilance check.
A little vigilance. Yeah.
So sorry about that.
A 12.
Vigilance check.
Vigilance check. 13.
I have a respectable 16.
Respect.
How did you move?
What Dreadfire get?
I also had a 12.
Excellent. 12, a 12, a 13, and a 16.
12 boys.
Quick math in my head. All right. About an hour passes, give or take. Just at that point, things are starting a little uncomfortable. The position you're in maybe is a little uncomfortable, or you're kind of shifting. Your mind starts to wander. It's a little boring, waiting for something, for someone you don't know what they look like in any way. So a couple of times you're almost on edge to the point where you see a couple walking under the bridge. No, they don't stop. And then there's one that walking in either direction. They keep passing each other. And you at this point where you almost stop paying attention. And then you notice, I'm going to say, Beholder notices first. What a surprise.
Spoilers.
Keep in mind that I am not in actual line of sight. I am only detecting by virtue of ESP. So I am detecting locations and like basically just
You went
radar
up and
dots.
you went up and away, right?
I went like around a corner, yeah, like in a building or.
So you're not
Yeah,
close
not
enough.
in direct
You're
line
not
of sight.
in line of sight of the bottom.
Yeah.
But that's okay because this isn't what you notice.
I do have heightened senses one now though. I bought that with the.
Sweet. Good to know. You notice a fellow on the top of the bridge, sort of sitting there, and he does this weird thing where he kind of like looks up and down the street, leans over a little bit, walks across the road to the other side of the bridge, does the same thing, leans over, looks up and down the street, and then flashes some kind of gesture, a hand gesture, down over the edge of the bridge. Unseen by you. And then he basically comes up and looks uncomfortably nonchalant. Like he's trying to act like he belongs there and normal, but nobody hangs around on the top of the bridge.
Okay. I don't remember if I actually got Pierce's phone number before. I don't think I did.
I'm going to say for realism purposes, you probably didn't.
Yeah. That's fine.
I mean, you have everyone else's.
Yes. So I will send a text that says,
Sure.
someone is on top of the bridge who seems to be scoping out the area and possibly signaling to someone, but I'm not sure who.
And at this point, a number of things happen in real time of sorts. You all get a text. I'm assuming it's all on. I mean, what's your text tone sound?
Always fun deciding on whether or not people put their phones on vibrate on,
You know, does it sound like the Mario coin? Does it sound like
It's a Nokia.
Liberty
I feel like
Lass's
Dreadfire.
phone chirps in Steve Rogers' voice. Avengers, assemble! Like a news clip or something.
I didn't expect
But she's
anything
such a
less.
fangirl.
Of course.
Remind me after the game,
And
and
she's
I'll
like,
actually demonstrate.
I thought that was on. That's not what it's supposed to be set at.
Oh crap! I didn't put her on silent. So, do we want to? Do I want to be mean? Do I want to, or would you actually have put your phones on silent? Is there any reason why you would have thought to?
I would say Pierce probably would have because he's used
probably
to
have
doing
yours on all the
stakeouts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I also have put it on vibrate because I have been doing the spying on.
You also would be
gangs for a little
sufficiently
while.
paranoid
Yeah.
that you would need.
Well, and
Same
Cal
with
works with PTSD survivors, so he
Fair.
probably
Okay.
doesn't have a lot of loud noises going on.
All right, I'll let it go. No. Just Avengers Assemble. So bringing him into the. But the rest of you, since you're scoping out below, my camera is just being off. Focus any minute now. Right. Either way, we'll work with it. You notice two individuals. One sort of average person, street, not so much street, but just average, everyday, blue-collar type person. Nothing noticeable or strange about his outfit. The other is someone who seems to be dressed in sort of what you would consider quintessential gang-ish attire, in the sense of a leather jacket, jean jacket over top, with a symbol on the back of it, bandana in his pocket, some tattered jeans, steel-toe boots. And as you watch, the casually dressed man moves up to or starts walking towards the gang-looking fellow, who finds himself a perch on the top of the Volkswagen bug that is in Fremont's hand. Now, I'm going to ask something, and I would like to get your best opinion in and out of character, as it were. Did you tell Fremont to do anything in particular?
I think so.
I don't remember telling Fremont to
I
do
don't think
anything
we
in particular.
like really talk. Like,
Y'all just sort of wandered away.
No, yeah, nobody really looped him in on the plan, other than
No.
talking about it in front of him vaguely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then my next logical question would be, how much are you expecting him to remember?
Not much based on our
50-50?
Nothing
conversation.
important. Yeah.
It's either he completely blurts it out or he does not remember.
Or gets distracted.
Fair. Well, I'm going to get Mike to give me a 3d6 roll.
A straight 3d6?
3d6 minus 3 from it.
Lives depend on this.
We're all counting on you.
No pressure.
Airplane. That's a 9. Minus 3 is a 6.
Excellent.
Seems on brand for Fremont.
Okay. So the casually clothed man moves up to the guy on the Volkswagen. The guy on the Volkswagen hops down off the Volkswagen, and they start exchanging words.
Am I close enough to hear? I'm about, I'm going to say 30 yards off. I shape changed into an older, disheveled, homeless woman. That is basically found some
Close enough. They're mumbling.
debris.
You hear mumble.
Yeah. So it isn't discernible at all.
Anyone else doing anything?
Yeah, nobody has actually replied to texts or anything, so I'm going to
Excellent.
I'm going to use
Laser
I
beam.
think I
cast fist.
Oh,
the demiplane sheet doesn't seem to list the like the whether powers or concentration or not. I have to go back to the other sheet.
some are, depending
What
on
are you looking up specifically?
I think disguise just is like it. I don't think.
I think
it's
disguise just
concentration.
is. Yeah, I don't
But
think it's concentration.
Okay.
It's not standard.
Disguise is just as is, because that's what Pierce has on.
Yeah, I just wanted to see if that made me drop ESP. So no. So I
Nope,
will just
permanent.
use disguise to appear to be, a slightly stringy looking college student type.
Yeah,
with
man.
with like a little backpack, and just
Yeah.
start walking down the street in that general direction.
Cool.
Good timing, because Dreadfire was going to reply to the text, I think, but not quickly, not until after he saw the other people walk in. keep an eye on the one up there. We're gonna spook him.
So I want to. Can I teleport to a position where I could like observe a little easier?
You
Like
take
not.
teleport?
Sorry.
You take full teleport?
No, I have teleport 1.
Oh yeah, 10 times in your rank. So up to the
So it's like 100.
10 times your rank in space. Out of combat. Yep, 100 times the rank in space. All right.
And I just want to kind of be in a position where I can observe and hear what's going on a little better, but I want to remain kind of hidden so that I don't. It's like perched somewhere up high or something. I don't know. Kind of what I'm visualizing.
Is there any effect with your teleport?
There is, yes.
Do
There's
you
this
explode
like,
in a bunch of stars and stripes or something?
no, it's just a popping sound. Like it's this, like, when you throw, this, this little,
The snaps?
Yeah, a little snap.
yeah, when you throw one of those sounds, the guy goes, psst. Yeah, it's like that kind of.
But is it like one or like
It's-
50
Like
of
a
them?
handful.
It's like one. It's just like a pop.
Cool. And you teleport within range of hearing?
That's the goal. If I think I can do that without being
You probably
spotted.
could. If you were to teleport, say, like on the other side of Fremont,
Yeah.
a sizable target.
Or behind the Volkswagen?
Essentially.
Uh-huh.
Wait. So they're so they're on the bridge over Fremont, right?
They are actually in front of Fremont, like literally within arm's reach of him.
There's one on
But
top of the
can
Can they
off the
see
bridge.
the underside of the Volkswagen?
Theoretically, no, because the Volkswagen's kind of cement. Sort of the
Kind of
whole
buried, yeah.
installations is sort of like the Fremont.
Okay.
Just punked it.
I just wasn't sure about, Yeah, I'll get on the. I'll just get on the backside of Fremont, like, and on the backside of the. I'll sit on the Volkswagen or something.
The Volkswagen the gang guy just got off of.
No, other side. Sorry,
You don't want to just teleport on.
I'm sorry. I'm a little scatterbrained.
That's okay. No worries. This is why I need a map. Working on that. All right.
So then I'll be on the backside.
Embrace the theater of the mind.
All right.
Mind balance.
And so you will teleport to the other side of the Volkswagen.
And I'm just going to observe from there.
Roll me a 3d6.
Real.
6
Minus 3.
to 3.
It's off
Okay.
to a great start, guys. We're gonna.
Can
be
I
fine.
make a logic check on the symbol that's on the jacket?
Gonna make me come up with a gang name?
Yeah, buddy, you're talking to Mr. Improv.
All right, fine.
Boom.
Need a logic check.
17.
Nice, of course. Of course.
Of course, that's
Of course.
the roll.
I'm
That's the
going to
roll.
call them.
He is an investigator.
I'm going to call them Southside Cobras. Very little sense because They're in Seattle.
The south side of Seattle.
Outside of Seattle, because it's, south side. But, yeah, because, gangs like to add vicious animal names for no reason.
When you're a jet, you're a jet.
I want to live
So-
in America.
Dreadfire was just tucked up under the bridge behind Fremont, sort of in the shadows as far
Cool.
back as he could. He's just watching the two, waiting for either eyes on drugs or a handoff or something along those lines.
All right. So you're there. Dr. Penelope is nearby and transformed into a gangly youth student type and sort of keeping an eye on the fella on the top of the bridge. Liberty Lass just teleported into the other side of the Volkswagen, so visible to you, Dreadfire. And Pierce is shambling forward like a little old lady.
No, I'm about 30 to 35 yards in front of Fremont, laying under like a piece of cardboard and a shawl. You know,
So you're just observing.
trying to catch a snooze. Observing.
So you invariably you see those of you close enough to hear the exchange of basically, do you have it? It's like, come on, man. Have I let you down before? This shit, though, you gotta be careful with it. Don't take a lot, like just a tiny amount. You don't need any more than that. Its dust is fucking, it's amazing. It will you up. This shit is serious. So just be careful with it, because I value you as my customer. Hey guys, yeah, whatever. Just give me the stuff. I was like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna give you this other stuff too, but yeah, I'm just saying, you wanna. It's like the gang guy is trying to coax the guy into not taking it nearly as much. Who knows? And the guy sort of reaches in, basically just hands him a wad of cash out of his wallet, and the gang guy pulls out, sort of hand to hand, something passes through, sort of thing, into a vial, maybe a hint of glass in the street lights, maybe a dime bag, some kind. Hard to say. Give
So
me
as soon as
anybody close enough to see, give me a vigilance check. Not Dr. Penelope. You're upstairs.
it's
Up
15.
16.
Noise.
I did want to ask if either of the new people have superpowers because of ESP.
All right, you still have that going. No.
14.
Everybody notices the glow vial that he hands him. Sort of a little thing. It's you kind of can't mute it. It's sort of all over everything.
So as soon as he sees that, Dreadfire is going to blink right in front of them, just sort of apparate out of the shadows and just boom.
Where are the other drugs going?
Yeah, pretty much.
And the one guy, the casual, and drops everything, turns to start to run. And the gang member,
Behind him, so he runs into me and my shield.
theoretically, give me there. We'll give you there. Hold on. And the gang member starts and does a half-hearted grab at whatever was in the guy's hand, misses, and turns around to start running. This is where we can start initiative.
Ta-da!
Did a guy on the bridge react to this in any way?
Not yet. Hasn't heard. Everyone roll initiative anyway. Those reasons.
I got a 13.
How do we do that again?
3d6 and add your your vigilance modifier.
Gotcha.
Plus
Also
anything,
13.
plus any other bonuses you may have based upon powers or traits that add to or add edge to initiative.
9.
9? What? Say again, Dreadfire, you had
13.
2 13s. No?
I have a fantastic 15.
Ooh. We're all friends here now.
Oh, we found out what that meant
Yep.
like a while back. It means that I
extra
think you
action.
get like a bonus turn
Action
before
before the formal initiative
Yeah.
starts.
You're fantastic.
Yeah.
That's what it means. Kind of a big deal.
Fancy.
Kind of a big deal.
People know you.
That he goes on. Oh, and him. Oh. Fremont. That. Okay. 15. Not just a 15, but the pre-reaction.
So, I don't know if the angle made this possible or not, or if I was just tracking this with ESP. But could I tell if the guy up on the bridge appears to like have any sort of transportation like parked there, like a bike or a motorcycle or a car or anything, or is he just there on foot?
Give me a vigilance check.
That is a 9.
There are a couple of cars, but nothing that looks like it's an obvious getaway car. It says there's no car sitting up there in the immediate vicinity within what looks like a block, essentially, of anybody sitting behind the wheel with a car running. Waiting.
Okay. I am gonna like I had been walking towards Fremont basically, but I am going to turn. I'm just going to make a sharp left on the. It's not really labeled. The little road that goes in front of the apartments. That if I keep going down that, I will get to the place where I can go up the ramp to the bridge.
Yeah.
But I will, wait until I'm out of sight of what's going on to start running.
Okay.
I'm flying casual for the moment.
And then we come to your initiative.
And then I keep doing that.
Keep doing that. And you're running
I don't know how far I get in a like, did we ever establish what a space is?
Space is 5 feet.
5 feet? Okay.
Essentially like a yard and a half.
So,
And you're heading down to essentially where everyone is?
well, I'm assuming, this is my internal strategy. I'm assuming that, they have this, but that the guy up top is going to probably leave and or report back to other people, and that might be something that we want to at least delay, if not stop. So
Fair.
I am heading up there by the most direct way that I have available to me.
Fair enough. You can make it straight to him all the way if you want.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I guess I will. Uh, yeah. I will. Like when I'm turning the corner up onto the ramp, I will swap disguise to random jogging outfit, so that I have an excuse to be running towards him until I get close to him and then decide what to do.
Alrighty. You basically can essentially just walk straight past him.
So far he's still just hanging out, right?
He's still hanging out. He's sort of bored looking,
Okay.
arms crossed. He's eyeing you kind of suspiciously.
Yeah, I will ignore him, run past him. Like I will get, I guess, sort of as far enough down the road that I'm like on the part of the bridge that is over the water, and then like pause there, like I'm just taking a moment to take in the view and like check my pulse because I don't own a heart rate monitor that everyone has now for some reason. I don't know. Didn't think this through. It's fine.
Would the device?
Oh, I'm sure it does.
Your
I
heart rate
mean,
monitor?
this is in the context of my disguise,
Oh, fair.
right?
This is method.
It almost responds instinctively. It's like, actually, your heart rate is 88.
Yes, great, thank you very much.
Thank you,
Blood
Jarvis.
pressure is 135. Are you concerned? Are you worried about something? 135 over 95. Maybe you should go to the doctor's. Have you eaten? Your glucose level is 90. Your
I was
O2
put off
saturation
by
is
the dead rats and the
98.2.
alligator.
Your glucose level is 6. Should you eat something? You have a granola bar. All right. 13 and 13.
Mm.
I'm just trying to think of who actually has a higher agility. Or I guess vigilance, technically. Between Liberty Lass and Dreadfire.
Vigilance or agility?
Let's go with vigilance.
Vigilance
Action.
is 1.
+2 I'm for vigilance.
And Dreadfire, you were sorry? I missed that.
1.
All right, Liberty Lass. You have to.
So what I'm a little confused about what exactly is like, did we move in before this started or am I still underneath the car?
You're still behind the
guess-
car.
Okay.
And what's happening now, basically, in a freeze frame moment, Dreadfire popped in front, going boo, causing the civilian-looking guy to start, drop what he was holding, turn around, and start to run away. And the gang guy made sort of a half-ass grab at whatever was falling, missed, turned around on his heel, and starts to run as well.
Okay. So she's then gonna pop in front of the gang-looking guy.
Okay?
He starts to run away, so she just blocks him from going anywhere.
Cool.
And she's gonna then go, dude, kids play on this street. What did you think was gonna happen?
I would put money down on not this.
Almost certain.
Random specter appearing out of nowhere in the middle of something.
Do you think somebody wasn't gonna notice?
And what are you doing to block it?
Oh, I'm gonna pop in and I'm just gonna have my shield up. So he's gonna bonk.
All right. I believe there is even a combat thing for that.
Thing. We have a thing.
Combat thing. What's the thing called?
You like things.
Back dodge escape. There is no block. Interpose. Yes, there is. Well, no, not really.
I guess technically it would be more of like
Wouldn't
It'd be a
some
shield
call it a
dash.
dodge?
shield dash.
Are you shield bashing him?
Well, with his own momentum, kind of.
All right. Give me a melee check.
Like, so technically he's shield bashing himself?
I mean, if you really want to justify that, okay. He ran into my fist with his face.
Wait, I need to do that. I can just. Oh, it's a melee check.
It is, in fact, a melee check.
Ultimate fantastic.
Wow.
I rolled a
Dun,
6
dun,
1 6.
Okay.
Nice.
He's dead.
Double damage and knocked prone. All right. Nice. All right. So is 6, and your multiplier is 1.
Remind me where I find that. Here again. Melee. It's my multiplier is a 1
Yep.
plus ability 2.
Plus 1 for the
So-
shield. So 2.
Yeah.
So 2, 12 times 2, 24 damage. And you knock him prone.
Okay.
Dang.
Just stay there. We have some questions.
All right, so basically he just runs in and he doesn't even see you. You just pop in, book, or pop,
And
and you just go boom, and audibly, kablang. I never thought that Volkswagen hubcaps made that kind of sound. And he just like staggers back, and just falls completely, does this pirouette spin in the air and falls flat in his face. Nice.
that's it for me.
I mean,
I'm just gonna
I don't know
stand
that
there.
move. Dreadfire. The guy just
He's
ended
just
up collapsing at your feet.
Yeah, he's just gonna look over at the other guy who's running away and just be like, "Don't you know this stuff is bad for you? Get out of here!" He's gonna reach down and grab the drugs off the ground, what he assumes is the drugs, and stash that. And then just lean over the gentleman who just fell down and just be like, "Oh, you really ought to watch where you're going. Yeah, like you saw a ghost or something." And that's gonna end his turn. He's just gonna hang out there.
Be a vigilance check.
17.
Well, you notice the drug clutched in the guy's hand.
Which guy? The one that was running away?
The guy that just fell down.
Oh, he's got it.
Yeah, he just kind of landed on it.
I see. Well, I will attempt to fish it away from him.
Fiction.
That would be a contested grab. Yes. Attacking an object. Not attacking. Plowing through things. No, no, no. You're not shattered. Take damage. Swing line. Falling prone. Scappy. All right. Give me a melee check.
It's 13.
13. You reach down, and just that you basically you go for his wrist because you're like, shut this guy. But he anticipates. He pulls it straight into himself. and you miss.
Look, we can do this the easy way or the hard way. Trust me, I much prefer the hard way.
Pierce.
How far away is the other gentleman at this point running away?
He's kind of running away from you. So I would give him, if you were 30 yards before, I don't think you'd want to be 30 yards necessarily, maybe feet. I don't think there's that much yardage in there, I don't think, for the bridge.
How much yardage would you give under the bridge?
That's a very good question.
Lengthways.
I'm not entirely sure. Wait, 3 seconds.
I'll give you 4 because you're Canadian.
Oh, never mind. There's a lot.
Google says 72 feet.
Ah,
I mean,
Double leaf
based on,
bascule bridge. Or am I thinking something different? No, I'm thinking something different. I'm on the wrong bridge. Oh,
you said 72 feet?
yeah, measured based on the underneath part where 36th Street is. It's 72 feet.
So I just rolled a die, a d20. I got an 11. So let's say a little over 35 feet to 40 feet away, to be fair.
yeah, that's fair. I give you that. So, guy running away is about 40 more, or 40 or more, sort of thing. He's
On top of that. So it's about...
No. He's like another 5 on top of that.
Okay.
I haven't had a chance to get that far.
So Pierce would head up. He would look at the guy running away. He would look at the other 3 together with the scramble that's going on between Dreadfire and the gang member. And I would like to use logic, since I saw the gang symbol, and find a enemy gang that I can impersonate.
He's just trying to make it come up with more gang names.
I mean, Mongoose is.
I got a 17 the first time.
I know.
It's called Creating Your World.
Sure.
Sure. You can say,
That's
shut
why.
the hell up, Mike. Yeah, sure.
I call it, but okay. No, it's fine. 3 seconds.
Pick another Endor location, Endor animal at zoo.
Certain kind of birds eat snakes.
Ooh.
I forget which
Eagles.
ones, but
Eagles eat snakes.
East Side Eagles.
Which side?
Narwhals. Yeah, great.
The narwhals.
I mean,
The
I guess
krakens.
The mongooses.
can't prove they don't like
Kraken.
snakes.
The dockside krakens coming snapping at you.
Come on.
But that's what I like to do. I eventually, when we figure it out, I like to head up and head over. And as I head over, I change into an enemy gang member with said symbol somewhere on his body. And I'm going to attempt to intimidate to get him to let go. Savvy?
I mean, maybe.
Maybe.
Give me the logic check.
12.
Gangs of 12. You recall a gang named the Reapers. Had some kind of a shroud of death kind of thing. You're not 100% that they were completely on the outs with the Cobras, but stands to reason. So the outfit itself that you fashion is passable. And you're moving up, basically to where Dreadfire is scuffling with the guy in order to try to scare him into letting go.
Yeah, it's a pair of light denim stained up jeans, denim button down that has the sleeves torn off of it, Reaper-esque tattoos down either arm, kind of like Undertaker American Badass 1998-ish bandana, minus the motorcycle, the fingerless gloves, stepping up and goes, I think, not pallbearer, not pallbearer.
With the pallbearer. So.
But you know what? He's got the pallbearer eyes, and he goes, it's time to drop that right now. And would I roll ego for intimidation?
Charisma. Force of personality.
Only a 10.
A 10.
A 10. Only a 10.
You wearing my face on a jacket?
And you run up.
He struts up, you know.
Strut up. And you say what?
And I said, you better let that go right now, or you know what's going to happen, brother.
He looks up. Thinking, yeah. Bring me the crop.
Listen to
he looks up, a bit of a start, and he kind of backs up and basically bites the canister.
Oh, God. Still my turn?
Oh, no, you're not.
Yeah, I was going to say.
You're not.
I'll kick him.
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 Yes, he gains his feet and sort of like struggles up, despite Dreadfire kind of clutching his arm. He kind of struggles to his feet, and he starts vomiting.
Nasty.
His pupils go dilate, and purple crystalline structure starts growing, spreading across his face. And basically, it's almost like he's becoming a crystal. Essentially, it's just like that fast, rapid, you see it in real time, or then a super sped up camera of a crystal formation forming out of his mouth.
Really fast.
Spreading and ridiculously. It's like, and he's yelling, screaming in pain, it looks like. And his arms and his hands are clutched in sort of like that rictus, and just yelling, screaming at Evans as he's basically, it spreads all across his body.
That's horrific.
That's your brain on drugs, kids.
Okay, last one. This is drugs. No. Sure. You hear a scream from below.
Okay. Well, has the status of any of the little ESP radar pings changed? Since that is one of the things I get. Also, has one of them suddenly gained powers? Just in case that's relevant.
Or a really bad overbite, and
Oh.
Well, it's general status, like if he's in the process of dying, that would, I presume, be noticeable.
How would I describe it? Yes, what do you get from this?
Yeah, it's like location, general status.
Location and general status. Is if they have superpowers or not. So the answer not no status. In a lot of pain. I don't know what kind of status else that would be. There's one down below that's in a significant amount of pain, and the answer to the powers is no.
Okay.
With the implied question mark.
It's a
why wasn't it?
6-second round, so
Sure, not a lot's happened yet. How's my buddy up on the bridge doing?
He's now suddenly started because he heard somebody yelling and screaming in pain.
Okay. I'm going to I'm gonna act like I can't hear this. Make a point of not actually looking at, the guy on the bridge while I'm like getting out my phone as if I am idly, texting somebody about a lunch date or whatever, and I'm going to send a text that who knows if anyone will even see because they are very busy. That says the lookout is spooked, hasn't run yet.
Bing. Avengers assemble.
Oh God.
Sorry, hold on. I gotta tell.
Avengers, oh shit.
And I'll make an intimidation roll.
Right. Okay. That's your action?
Yeah, that other than that, like I don't know if there's like a ready or anything in this system.
Yeah,
but,
you could hold your action. Wait for him to do
yeah,
something.
like I mean, if the guy starts to rabbit, in one direction or another, then I'm going to want to try to stay within ESP range of him in a way that is not obvious that I'm chasing him. The jogging disguise still seems okay for that, but we'll see what happens.
Alrighty. And Liberty Lass.
I think Liberty Lass has like physically taken a step back now after the sprouting of the crystals and everything, and is just like, the heck? And that's her turn.
Cool. Want to hold your action for anything, or?
No, she's just honestly, she's just like totally shocked by what she's seeing.
That is extremely legit.
Yeah, and she's just like never. She's still young. She hasn't seen it. Like
this is not purse stealing. This is
not an everyday thing you see.
Fair.
So I think aside from that, she's probably like just kind of watching the area around as well, but she's still like, oh my god, what's going on?
Fair. Dreadfire?
What did you hit him with? 2 days ago, I thought I was the weirdest thing I'd ever seen. That's his turn. He's just going to wait to see what happens next.
Cool. Cool. Pierce?
I didn't even hit him. and he takes a couple steps back.
Everybody's like,
I didn't even hit him.
For some reason, I still thought you were in the little old lady. I didn't even hit him.
No.
He was like that when we got
Legit.
here.
It was like that.
I didn't even hit him.
He fell down an elevator shaft onto some bullets.
All right. So everyone's basically waiting for the dust to settle of sorts.
yeah, I think so.
It's 50-50. He's either going to become a big monster or he's now a popsicle. And so we're just waiting to test the status
A
of
giant-
popsicle.
Pop rock.
You have no faith in me as a storyteller. I'm not going to do either of those things.
I'd be happily surprised.
Lower probability options. Those were my top two. Sure.
Yeah.
The crystal continues to spread across to the point where it encompasses his entirety. He's vaguely humanoid shaped in a sense where, you've got a 2-year-old making a clay model of a person. But he's just covered, and the crystal just keeps spreading and growing like these gigantic shards of purplish, eldritch material just keep erupting from this central point to the point where it becomes large, bulbous, not large, not like huge, large, like giant monster large, but enough that 2 pieces split and crack off and fall and continue to grow somewhat until there's 3 vaguely humanoid shaped things, and there's this steam very reminiscent almost to what Dreadfire's is, only it's sort of eldritch, and it's not so much steam as if the whole thing was sort of slightly on fire, but not, and purplish and flamey, but not, there's no heat. But the whole thing just feels this bizarre, ethereal, eldritch, crystalline masses.
I can't actually see, but for the benefit of people who are down there, did it look like his actual flesh was turning into crystal, or it was being covered up by crystal?
He said first it was coming out of his mouth and it was just spreading and expanding.
I heard that. I'm checking on the details though.
I'm expecting it just continued
It's
off of
hard
that.
it's hard to tell because it happened relatively quickly. You would say it started growing and it just kept growing, so maybe it encompassed him?
Just in terms of whether or not there's an actual person in there that hypothetically needs to have their life
Do
respected.
you see any?
Is there a
Human.
Chewy Center?
Is there a truth?
Can you see a Chewy Center? No.
Well, that escalated quickly.
And he was the one who said, "Don't take too much."
And the crystal entity, the middle one, the original, sort of stands shifting, and you can hear sort of the glass grinding against glass of sorts as the joints of this vaguely humanoid shaped crystalline thing moves, and it turns its head. Look what you made me do. And you hear the voice from all 3 as the other 2 sort of stand up and turn their heads. towards you as well.
Everything will be all right. No.
Like, I'm looking at all the faces, and I'm like, how's things going under the bridge, guys?
So, hey guys, you haven't answered my text yet. What's
That's
going
right.
on?
Yeah, no, no, that's
By the way, what does my ESP think of recent developments? Are there 3 dots now, or still just
Ding!
1?
Something else with superpowers.
Okay. But is it 3 or just 1?
yes.
Say yes.
Yes. Do we have anybody in the fancy book? I don't think we do.
It is perfectly reasonable for certain, novel powers to be unable to be scanned, reliably at first until it figures out what the shit is going
No,
on.
it's powers. I'm just trying to decide if he's one person or 3 people.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, if you want to leave it ambiguous, that is
That's a
diegetic
philosophical
excuse.
question. Yeah.
I will. I'll roll the logic though to see if I can get the source.
Yodoki.
I did not get a fantastic, so I do not.
Ooh. And of course, multiple man isn't going to be in this one, probably in the X-Men book. So, we're going to say 1 power, 1 person,
Improvising.
driving 3 different cars at the same time.
He's wearing camo pants. That's something that only certain people understand when they watch later. It's fine.
Beholder, back to you.
Did the guy actually get a turn, bridge guy?
Oh, yes. He's going to look down, see if he can sort of lean out. What's going on there?
Seems legit.
Now you.
Well, so I still can't quite tell what's going on down there. Things do seem to have escalated. Either someone was, hiding the fact that they had powers before and then suddenly unhid that, or someone suddenly got powers. I'm going to send another very optimistic text.
Hey, so you didn't respond to my last text.
Like,
Starting to feel like a stalker.
look us trying to figure out what's going on. Hasn't run yet. Still. Also, somebody down there has superpowers now who didn't. ...
Get back pineapple emoji.
Nice. Nice.
I do say someone though. Like I don't know to say it's just 1 person because I don't know that it could be 3 person.
Sure.
But it is natural to say someone. And then otherwise, I'm continuing my stakeout. I'm not blowing my cover yet.
Everyone gets a text. And Liberty last.
So I've been kind of staring at this creature guy person thing, horrified for the last 6 seconds.
Yep.
And I imagine that the thing that like snaps me out of oh my god, this is what's going on, is a bzzz at my hip from the text.
Sure. Let it go.
Huh? What?
It's just an instinctive reaction to reach for it.
Yeah. Like the just thank God I have something else to and she will pick up her phone and go, you might wanna come over this way?
Texting back?
Yes, she is responding.
Cool. ...
3. Definitely, probably 3. There were 3 beings up here that weren't here before.
Well, one of them kind of was, sort of.
Well, yeah. We had... That's the response you get back, is the
Okay.
3 purple rock monsters.
Yes, that will be alarming.
That would be the extent of what you could text in 6 seconds.
Yeah.
Very fair.
3
Pull it out,
purple
look
rock
at the
monsters.
text. 3 purple rock monsters. Cool. Dreadfire?
Yeah. I think we know where this is going. You know, we could have just had a nice, friendly conversation. You had to go. We're going to have a talk about personal responsibility. This isn't on us. I just the whole what we didn't make him do anything.
Start super friendly.
He's going to back away and suppressive fire, the one in the middle.
Oh, you're starting right away. Okay.
Yeah, he assumes is the source of all of this.
That's how it's gonna work.
He tried talking. Now there's rock monsters.
I mean,
You're not wrong. You're not
you kind
wrong.
of talked at him. You didn't really talk to him. Just throwing that out there.
Like, you literally said boo.
He said
That's-
boo,
that's a-
and then
that's a
you
great
criticized him
icebreaker.
for his life choices. And
That's on brand. Yeah, it's agility. Okay. That. Why did that do a melee roll? What? Hold on. Oh, it's asking for. Never mind. It's 14.
14. And that's against his
Vigilance
agility.
or agility. No, vigilance.
That's it.
Yep.
That's
And
it.
that was So it's 15 damage if there's no reduction to focus.
Is it 15 damage?
Yeah, it's a 6 on the marble die times 2 plus 3.
Nice. Nice.
And then he would just continue to back to his max movement speed, so 5 spaces away from where he was,
Backing right up.
making some space.
5 spaces, 25 feet. Okay.
And that'll be his turn.
Cool. Fierce.
Seeing this, is there any like heavy debris on the ground, like a very large 2x4 or a piece of iron or something that isn't normally picked up by an average sized person?
Fremont.
Besides
There's a
Fremont and
cement
the VW.
Volkswagen. It's a giant cement Volkswagen.
I mean, I don't know if I could actually pick it up. I got Mighty 1 and it implies I could pick up a car, but it is cemented in.
A cement
Car full of
car,
cement. I don't know.
that
I mean,
might
it's, not a
be
also-
big, it's not a big car, though.
It is a small.
true.
It is a small car.
It is a small car. It is full of concrete.
You might also have to arm wrestle Fremont.
Yeah.
You probably have.
That's
to
why I'm asking, is there any other debris? My intention is to get a large object and swing it. And from the looks of things, by swinging something that large, I can hit up to 2 potential objects. So I'm going to say,
We're looking for something large.
Pick
Well,
up one rock
so
monster and hit
with-
the other 2 rock monsters.
Mighty 1,
That's a possibility.
I can try.
You'd have to grapple him.
You're right.
If you're going that route, you'd have to grapple first.
Am I doing an attack just to grapple?
You are doing an attack just to grapple.
I'm gonna go
Get hold of an
for
unwilling target, you have to grab him.
a big boy in the middle.
Sure.
Let's play that game. I got an 11. And with as long as it isn't damage-inducing attack, since I have Mighty 1, I get a +1. So it's actually a 12.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Mighty One says non-combat, yeah?
Yeah,
Technically.
I'm
right.
just looking to grab him.
Free hugs.
Free hugs.
It's an aggressive cover.
Really?
Hey, I'm trying here.
I mean, A for effort. Prize is in the mail.
C minus for execution.
They gain a +1 bonus to melee checks other than attacks.
Other than attacks, yes.
And technically speaking, standard actions are listed. Melee checks other than attacks. Standard action lists attack very specifically
Separate from
as a
dodge.
standard action. So any other actions that are there that you would use melee for, technically speaking, you can add the bonus. Escaping, grabbing, or what have you. So yes, I will allow it.
If I can describe it. If I can describe it.
Sure, let's do that.
I'm using a power. So when I put hands on him, I am not using force per se. I'm just actually looking to wrap him up.
Sure.
So I'm doing it specifically non-lethal.
Sure. Are you stretchy yet? No.
He doesn't have reach. He does have flexible bones, and he does have slip free.
Cool. So you're not quite stretchy yet.
He's
You're
flexible. He's malleable.
You kind of swell into this guy. You kind of basically grab a hold of him, and then you kind of increase not mass but sort of area.
Is he large enough to get arms around him, or is he too big at that point?
It's a big, chunky rock dude. So not quite the size of, say, the Thing, but very crystalline and, maybe like 7 feet tall,
Okay.
broad Undertaker. So basically, you're kind of staring eye to, I guess, hopefully eyes.
Eye to shard.
Eye shards.
Eye shards.
In your Undertaker guys. So yes.
Okay.
So you swell and you grab him.
But I wouldn't be able to do anything until next turn.
Correct.
Okay.
Now, what is everyone's agility defense? For no reason at all.
13.
Think I just lost my sheet.
Depends on the situation.
Dora, you do not suffer the effects
I was gonna check.
Where'd my sheet go?
because you're still on the bridge.
Although I imagine
You'll witness the
Beauty.
effects of this.
Beauty is starting to complain about that.
Yes.
It's like, there's superpowers down there. Why aren't we scanning them?
Why aren't we scanning?
Why are we up here
going on?
staring at the non-superpower guy?
Okay. Sorry, I'm reloading my sheet.
That's all right.
Agility defense is 11.
Excellent.
If I'm
12.
contorting, it goes higher.
My agility defense is 12.
Cool. What is Dora's agility defense? Just out of curiosity.
I mean, personally, I think it's probably better than Penny's. But if you're asking about Penny, it's 10.
Yeah, fair. Sorry. I just realized what I was doing. I was like, wait, what? All right. Okay. You grab him after Dreadfire shot his spectral bullets into him. And then you walk up, you kind of grab him, and his head turns and looks at you almost incredulously. And you hear this sort of crystalline grinding of glass on glass voice, and it kind of comes from all three entities at once. Leave me alone! And it explodes in a wave of force and eldritch blasting magic.
All of them, or only the center one?
All of them. They all sort
Okay.
of. Each of you take
How do you use a reaction?
You can use a reaction whenever you are attacked.
Or when a thing happens that applies to that reaction.
And that.
Technically,
Does
slightly before it happens, I think is how it works.
I do
Like
have
the Gathering.
flexible bones, and it's specifically for agility checks for contortion and escape.
Nope. I would rule that you're literally putting yourself in the line of fire. Literally aggressing into his.
Okay.
Plus, it's sort of just a blast wave. And it's just sort of how much you're able to take or not take. Everybody gets 12 points of damage.
What about, how does my damage reduction figure in?
Oh, yes, thank you. If you have damage reduction 1,
Yes.
the Leave Flexible Bones gives you that as well.
I do.
You take 6. And you're all thrown backwards about 30 feet.
Oh my.
In the case of Dreadfire, 5.
So close. Did that count as an attack? I was debating because it sounded like it was just an explosion.
It's an attack.
Okay, so I, in theory, could use a reaction to blink another 5 feet and be safe from it.
You
So,
could.
Aha.
Okay.
I will do that.
Then.
I mean, you're still in it, though. Liberty lasts.
Yeah.
Blink 5 feet.
I
Right,
could
it's
blink
always on the
10 technically, because I have
You're still
2 reactions.
You're literally next to the attack.
So I could be like, "Oh."
No,
Blink,
so
blink.
it's like you blink away, and then you wait for the wave to get real close, and then you blink back in close. That's
Blink back.
And then
in.
poof.
that's complicated.
Skip the wave.
Yeah.
It's like jumping over the wave.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Beach surfing.
You're riding the wave.
All right. From here, though, we're going to take a quick break. So everybody go and get some hydration, get a snack, come back in 5, and we'll mop up this mess, clean
Probably.
up the debris, make some other weird joke about, yeah, all right. Anyways, let me pull up the thing here. Give us 5, come back in 5, and we will have more shenanigans. And we're back. When last we left off, our intrepid heroes were investigating a drug transaction that seems to have gone, let's call it sideways, with the supplier of said drug using it on himself, somehow failing or not failing, who knows, but ending up growing a bit more sharp, jagged in his personality, possibly a little bit abrasive, maybe more than he used to be, because he is now 3 significantly sized crystalline purple entities that all seem to talk in unison. Our heroes leapt to action, predictably, and resulted in Dreadfire attempting to suppressing fire, and Pierce taking the moment to grab one in the intent to smack his friends with him. But unfortunately, they defended themselves and exploded with a blast of eldritch magic and sent all of our heroes, except Beholder, flying. Beholder, to her credit, sees a last wave of purple eldritch energy expand out from either side of the bridge side, and everyone hears a from it. We are back to Beholder.
Oh, crap.
The guy upstairs, to his credit, starts like, holy fuck! And he starts backing away. What the fuck is that?
Well,
Do we want to have Beauty have an accent? I could do an Irish, like,
I mean,
Yeah.
if you really want to,
Oh, your boss, like Friday does?
we know canonically that some aliens have Kiwi accents, right? Because of the rock guy from Ragnarok.
Sure, fair.
Vaguely Australian.
Space Australia.
Space Aussies. Yeah. Space Kiwi.
So I have a question.
Might have an answer for you.
Yeah. So in terms of what ability you'd use to, like, jump down from a high place to a low place, on purpose and
On
not get
purpose?
hurt. Yes.
And you don't want to get hurt, I would say agility.
Okay.
The landing would be the agility, the leaping in the first place would be might.
Well, just
You want to leap high distance, you use might.
Just be falling at this point, really. But
If you're going to fall and not, break something, agility.
Are you going for a superhero landing?
I'm just going for a not hurt myself landing. Image is not that important to Penny.
I mean, if you roll a fantastic, I will give you superhero land.
I mean, sure, great. I have a 1 in 6 chance.
Without hurting your knees, even.
So the problem is that Penny doesn't know anybody particularly who she can borrow a useful agility from. So that's not going to work. Well, Sure. Okay, well, let's just take a stab at it. The guy, like, well, I don't know. See, I feel like you're gonna pick a lookout more based on vigilance than agility. Like, you want them to be good at seeing things.
In theory.
But also should be decent at running away, one would hope. I don't know. The odds are decent that he's not worse at penny than agility. So she is going to go ahead and attempt to grab Lookout's agility.
Okay.
And hope that it is better than her 0.
I have a question about your power, just mechanically.
Sure.
When you borrow somebody's stat, does it swap, or is it just like a copy?
No,
Copy.
it is that, like, that's a higher level thing to steal power or ability. All this does is give me their number.
Interesting. Okay, I was just curious.
No, yeah, it's good because you can use it, on friendly people if you know that they have useful things. But anyway,
Nice.
yeah, that.
Okay.
And then, assuming that I feel even slightly more agile than
I would want to feel more agile.
I
I'm
mean,
kind of curious about
like,
that. Suddenly, I'm feeling nimmer.
I assume it's the equivalent of, like, when as a kid you would go to school for a week with leg weights on and then take them off and feel like you could leap tall buildings. Did no
Sure.
one else do that?
Like a Super Saiyan.
Mm,
Like, I'm gonna take off my armor now, and I'm gonna,
Broccoli.
that's it.
well,
Well, keeping in mind that this is all through the interface of Beauty doing it.
sure.
So if Beauty feels like letting me know what I got, then that'd be great. But
Oh, that's fair. Character picks one ability score of another character. I mean, theoretically, you can look over the edge and see your companions, more or less.
yeah, but I don't know which of them are particularly agile. I haven't been paying that much attention.
Fair.
I mean,
fair.
I guess Liberty Lance did do the, like, dropping out of the sky thing, but there was teleporting there, I think.
I mean, Dreadfire
I'm fine with
uses
that part.
guns, so theoretically, that's
I guess
also.
I guess that's true. It's all one thing here. Dex and agility is the same thing.
Also, I was today years old when I figured out that each of the things spells out Marvel.
Really?
I don't know why I didn't even climb onto that
Yes,
before.
no, that was in all of the reviews. Like, they have
And advertise it
picked some
on
names,
the
I didn't
dice.
say
picked some
attention
weird
to
ability
it.
names to make sure that it spelled Marvel.
I didn't pay attention to that.
I was
Why would they
today
call
years
it
old to
ego?
figure that out. Thanks.
Sorry, spoiler.
That's awesome.
Everyone.
But yes, yes. If it
Spoiler.
that, like, if Dreadfire seems to plausibly have decent agility based on the guns, then sure, a thief of my level, I will borrow from him instead.
And that's a standard. It's a concentration, and there's no roll.
Yes,
Dreadfire,
it means
what's your agility?
it means I drop ESP. I mean, my agility normally is 0.
Yeah, mine's 3, so you go to 3.
Ah,
That's better.
you feel substantially more agile.
I
There's a super Erlen.
don't think there's a way to add, like, temporary things on Demiplane, but I will just add it manually. Okay.
I'll remember.
So then with the jumping down and trying to hopefully not hurt myself that bad,
Give me an agility roll.
or hurt
That's
myself really bad and use energy absorption. We'll just see what happens, I guess. Well, that's good. I have a fantastic 17.
A fantastic 17.
Indeed.
True to my word. You basically look over. You see Dreadfire. Beauty does the calculating. You see the some kind of text, some kind of something, readouts, something sort of thing, assessment, scoring in, zooming, everything else.
Some of it is possibly still in alien script that I can't read.
Exactly. And then you're like, all right, and you feel lighter on your feet. You feel more spry. You take a couple of steps back. You basically kind of use the railing as a ballast. You hand spring over, and
Pommel horse.
basically, only it's way easier. So you find yourself easily actually able to do a flip, sort of a half flip and a half twist, to then come down, shoom, all on 3. Do you want to have your arm out,
Yes.
even though it's pretentious?
Well, the thing is that
You want to dab?
no, like she's probably super surprised that this is working at all, and she's like in like maximum balance position. Like she's definitely not expecting this to work. Also, looks like a jogging lady because changing disguise is a standard action. So here we
The
are.
power walker just flipped off the bridge. That lookout is so confused.
I mean, it's just like
Most of a superhero land.
this is Marvel, so random people sometimes just
Most of a superhero land. And still sort of surprised that it actually worked.
yes.
There you go.
But none of us caught it because all of us are counting
Nobody
on it right now.
Yeah, we're all
So nobody saw it. It never happened.
Land amongst your companions and no one's paying attention. What the? Hey, it's Beholder. Hey,
Hey, you.
when did you get?
Ow.
So yeah, I assume there's no obvious.
Well, that's a standard action, right?
Of that happening, right? It's just that people were knocked back. They weren't knocked down, just back.
They were, in fact, knocked. Just moved. Yep. Not knocked prone. Just moved.
Okay, so what was that? I say, because texting is clearly not how we communicate in this group.
Apparently. And Beauty, to its credit, is like, that was a force blast. And you're getting the sense of, quick little look sort of thing. Your eye sort of, the briefest glimpse to the top of the bridge, structural damage.
Okay. But as far as I know, that is all I can do. Standard end move.
Liberty last.
All right. So, Liberty Lass is going to, like, after the blast, she, like, kind of gets her footing again, and she's going to just rush under one of these crystal guys, purple rock monster dudes.
Sure.
And she's going to, once she's, like, right up on it, she's going to do a ramming attack
Good.
with her shield.
Which
That
one?
does.
Which one? Well, let's
which of the
go
three guys?
center.
It's like,
Sure.
you have more than one shield now?
No, which rock
The
monster
collection.
I'll figure
guy?
that out.
Just 4
Took a
hubcaps.
minute.
Yeah.
so is Mr. Rice PI holding the one in the middle? Was that
Not
is that the one
anymore.
you grabbed?
Not anymore.
That's right, because you got
Yeah.
blasted. That's right. Yeah, I'm trying to keep track of it in my head.
Shenanigans.
Sorry.
I'm flying.
Yeah.
Whee!
It's
Oh, you
I
got
see.
sent flying?
Everybody did.
Oh, okay. I'm understanding now. Sorry.
All right.
what was it? 30 feet?
Ram attack. Melee.
Mike, how far for the knockback?
About 30 feet.
Hey, it's fine.
But you're basically in tumble.
I got another ultimate fantastic.
Noise. Very nice.
So
Fantastics all around.
616.
6.
Total is 20.
And you're running straight line, standard action, additional move. The action, close attack. You take regular damage. And your enemy takes triple damage and is knocked prone. So you do 12, if I remember correctly, with the shield.
Yes, I think it's a little weird with Demi playing. I'm not.
Yeah. And I'm also wondering as well, with the shield, do you just absorb half of that because it's a shield?
I think so because of the damage reduction.
Yep. I mean, stands to reason. So you take 6,
Okay,
and your enemy
and
takes
so
3 times.
and I'm just gonna stand over this rock monster that's fallen down, and I'm just gonna kind of take that moment to flex as I burn 5 focus to use my I could do this all day.
Right, before you do.
And that's my turn.
As a standard action, you can't do both.
Well, my ramming was a reaction.
Yeah, but you had to use your standard action to get in there in the first place.
I thought that was my movement.
Also movement. Character moves their full speed in a straight line and then uses their standard action for additional movement to move right up to the target. And then you can use your reaction as a close attack against the enemy that move up to.
Okay.
But not this time, but you still do. I still haven't figured that part out yet. Your normal is 12, but 3 times would be 18. No. Because you did fantastic. Yeah, so fantastic is 3 times the damage. You do 12.
Oh, it was an ultimate fantastic even. Does that make any
I know.
difference?
I'm just doing the maths here. The
Doesn't say
Ram
anything
attack.
in the text of Ram, but other than just fantastic.
it just says you do triple if you actually get the fantastic. And you do you normally would do a 2 times, right?
The attack is a fantastic success. The character takes regular damage still, but the enemy takes triple damage.
Instead of double, which is what you normally get for a fantastic.
No, which is what you
Yeah.
normally get for a regular success.
Yeah.
Yeah, on top of that. Because you have a ×2 because you have the shield as a weapon,
Okay.
which is 6 times 2 is 12. And then if you roll a fantastic, that doubles.
Does that multiply the damage multiplier? It doesn't just add?
Yeah, the fantastic success doubles the entire number.
Okay.
Yeah, so if it's 3
after
times,
after the multiplier.
so if it's 3 times, it'd be 36 then, right? 3 times the 12.
3 times 12 would be 36.
Kaboom.
Not bad.
Not too shabby.
Not too shabby. And blam! Knocks it over. It crashes backwards.
For the second time, stay now.
Cheeky. I like it. Dreadfire.
Yeah, having seen it just go boom, he's going to take his movement, just continue to back up, and then fire again. Same one in the middle.
Same one as before.
Yeah, which was the
Okay.
one in the middle. So
Yep.
presumably, I think we've all hit the same one so far. That is a fantastic 13.
Nice.
Nice.
You do 3 times, don't you? No, you do 2.
Double yeah, so that's 30
Double.
damage.
30?
Yeah, and they are stunned for a round.
Well,
30 focus damage, technically.
oh yeah, that's right. I almost killed him.
Right, yeah. No, focus damage.
Forgot about that.
Non-lethal.
But he's doing a lot of, yeah.
Yeah, and they're stunned. A lot of fantastics in that as well.
It's a fantastic night for it.
Nice. All right.
Yeah, he moved and shot. That's his turn.
And Pierce.
So Pierce flew back. I'll Matrix without the slow motion. Either hitting the ground or the first object he's kind of smack into at 30 feet. Hits the ground, goes to get up again.
You're never going to keep me down?
Never gonna give you up. It's going
And knocked
to
down. I get up again.
Full circle.
What is Fremont doing right now?
He's turned to look at the crystal guys. Hasn't had an action.
Pierce goes to stand up and he cups his hands to amplify his voice over everything that's going on and goes, Fremont! Fremont! The crystals are going to take over your spot! Fremont! He wants to convince him that the crystals are taking over and wants to see if he'll jump into the fray to assist.
Your ego.
He does have a pretty high ego. Let's see.
Oh, no, your ego.
Yeah,
Perfectly aware of how high Fremont's ego.
I got a high ego.
Oh, fair.
Would it be an attack?
No, I wouldn't say necessarily.
Just straight ego?
Yeah. More like a persuasion check, really, than anything else.
15.
Well,
Fremont!
okay.
Don't let the crystals take over!
What else are you doing?
That's it, because I'm at 4 health, and I'm across I'm across the current scene, so that's the first thing I'm checking out as I stand up.
Fair. And at the end, after you say that, Fremont reacts, and he turns his head and he looks more pointedly straight at the crystal forms, and he sort of just starts to scowl.
You show him Fremont.
And he takes the car. And actually, I'll have you roll. I'll have you guys roll. Yes. Give me a 3d6.
$13.
13. That. What did you roll on the marble die?
4.
Okay. Oh, how convenient. Fremont takes the car and just completely obliterates the crystal that Liberty Lass had knocked down. Like it was just sort of lying there, just sort of like trying to get itself up, and he's like, and Liberty Lass, you kind of feel like the dust and everything, just kind of like the impact wave of this thing just denting the concrete underneath. Stupid rock. No take spot. Beholder. Oh, wait, no. The other two crystals,
Bridge guy.
dudes, and react visibly, and you can see cracking and splintering bits, little bits, sort of dusting away in almost a mist, but not a sort of like the drifting away, but not into like on the ground, bizarrely. Like they're, it's almost like it's steam and it's melting, but it's glittery. And they have a target, and one starts to glow from inside, pulsing, that pulsing that you've experienced with the crystal, and a blast of this energy streaks out from both of them, sort of almost like triangulates, and Liberty Lass, your agility
Is a I have a 2 to agility.
yes. But you also have a shield, which will be handy. As the blast connects with you, you bring the shield up as a reaction to blunt some of the impact. And
Can I blink away to get out of the way of the blast?
you blink to get out of the way of a blast? That's a very good question. Let me look that up real quick. Well, Link.
Essentially, if you break line of sight, it's a failure. Otherwise, it gives them trouble on the roll.
So within reach your line of sight, you have trouble. I will re-roll the marble die because it is a 6.
It's generous.
It is now a 5. The 13 still hits.
That's fine.
So you blink out of the way, and you manage, because of the positioning, you're able to bring the shield up. Volkswagen. Product plug.
Team VW.
Team VW.
Shout out to
And
Fremont.
the impact catches you, and it's burning, but not burning, and sort of energy zapping and wasting, but not physically so, if that makes any sense. This mix of...
Is it like exhausting? Like it makes me feel kind of like heavy, tired?
It makes you feel gross. And sort of just... There's an ick factor to the energy.
Cool.
It sort of gives you this feeling of having that... The bottom of the bag of salad has that slime on the bottom. After like, oh, I don't like this feeling of this sort of thing. It just tingles, and it hurts, but it's not pain, but it's not burn, but it's sort of licking along your arm and along the shield like it's this purplish fire. And you take it's a -1 because of the shield. So 5 points of damage. As this blasts from 2 individuals at once. Back up to Bugle.
Well, I feel like Fremont has volunteered to let me borrow his melee.
That's probably a pretty safe assumption.
Yeah, I mean, it is. There is an opportunity cost here because in borrowing it, I cannot immediately use it.
Hmm. True.
But
Sometimes might be worth the wait.
yeah, I feel if it is necessary, it'll be very good to have, and if it's not necessary, great.
Then you know how to big it.
So so yes, she will drop Dreadfire's agility and yank on Fremont's melee, and then I guess move around to position her somewhere useful so that when she has an opening, she can run in and give somebody the what for.
You feel
Whatever the kids are saying these days.
Feel significantly swole.
I would think, given the car thing, like
That. Like the if you're familiar with going to the gym and gym supplements, it's that combination of you just lifted your first personal record and way higher than you've had before, and you're pumped up on adrenaline, you're pumped up on a pre-workout, you're pumped up on
creatine.
Yeah, you're just like, and you've got, and there was something else in it that kind of also spiked. It was like that beta alanine brain thing that kicks in, and it's just, you just feel, oh damn, I'm gonna go, lift a car because I can now.
So better than sorry, I forgot what the alligator person's name was.
Reginald.
Reginald, that was
Reggie.
it. I kept wanting to say Franklin. Was it more than Reginald?
It is in fact more than Reginald.
Nice. Okay. I'm not going to mention that to Reginald.
Probably safe.
I'm going to make a note of it.
That's stronger than you, buddy.
I don't want to start nothing.
Yeah. 6.
But then I'm done.
Cool. Very cool. Liberty Lass.
All right. So, I'm just gonna. Liberty Lass is just going to bring up her shield kind of close to protect herself as she kind of wipes the dirt from her face or whatever. Like, okay, this isn't over yet. Let's keep going. She's gonna blow 10 focus to heal. Wait, no, not 10 focus. 5. Okay, so I could spend 5 or more focus to get 2 points of health for every point of focus I spend.
Yep.
So I'm gonna spend 6 focus. Give myself 12 HP back.
Huzzah. And you summon your inner resources. You imagine yourself fighting, say, someone in a suit of armor, back alley bully, or your best friend with a metal arm, or
She
whatever else
asks
he
herself,
actually
what would
says.
Cap do?
Basically. WWTV. What would Cap do? The answer would be, stoically get beat on by Iron Man and get
I'm
smoked.
not moving. You move.
All right. Dreadfire.
Well, he's already about as far away as he can strategically get, like 50 feet. So he's just going to hang tight where he's at. And so far, both of them combo fired at Liberty Last, right?
Yes.
It was a joint attack. So he'll just pick one. Let's say the one on the right, and he will continue with suppressive fire.
Cool.
Oh, did you have anything? Did you have Bridge Guy do anything before me?
Yeah, you swung the car.
No, Bridge Guy. Guy on the
Oh,
bridge, not
lookout.
Fremont.
The guy on top.
Mhm.
I mean, not that we would
Keeping track of
necessarily
the bridge
see.
guy?
He was yelling before. I just wanted to make sure that you accounted for his doing something
Yep.
or not.
I know where he is.
Okay.
That's fair. That's a 13 to hit against
There's
Vigilance.
no honor among thieves.
Or people running on a bridge.
Also that. 13?
Yeah, 13 versus Vigilance.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
And that's 13 focus damage.
Dang.
Yeah, it's a 5 on the marble die. And that will end his turn.
$15?
13.
Focus damage.
Yes.
I thought it was a ×3.
No, it was. We had that incorrect. I had that incorrect because I found out weapons and powers don't stack. So it's a ×2 because the pistols +1 and the accuracy
Okay,
+1
all right. Fair enough.
basically counteract.
Okie doke.
So it's a 5 × 2 +3. It's 13.
Excellent.
That's it.
Here's.
He sees a car come crashing down on one of the shard targets, and he calls out again. Reginald's friends want you to keep your spot. Crush the other crystals. You go again?
I mean, yeah, sure.
$18
Nice.
M on a marble die.
Nice.
Save your spot.
All right. How would you add an extra to this? Okay. Give me. Roll me 3d6. Add edge.
Add edge.
Roll one of the dice, the low dice again.
So 46.
Technically,
But you actually, it's better.
essentially,
it's better
yes.
to
Take
do
the
it-
46 and take the one high.
As long as you track the marble die.
Well,
very
but that's
good.
the thing, right? Because it could
Yeah,
be
track
a
the marble
die.
die.
So then do
Really, just want to do
3d6
3 and then
first.
re-roll. Yeah.
Yeah, do the 3d6, and that way, if you don't like the marble die, you can roll it.
Yeah,
Which-
I'm gonna.
Yeah. It's crit fishing, basically.
You crit fish.
Okay. So that would be a 17.
Oh yeah, that's it. Add 8. No, add 6 to it. Yeah. So.
Oh, I did already.
Oh, okay.
Total 17.
That's it. What'd you roll on the marble die?
The first time a 1.
That's the good one.
Yeah,
Those 6.
Why did you say the first time then?
because I hold an additional D6 after.
Yeah, but you can keep the best result. Oh, I see. But you wouldn't re-roll the marble die if you roll the marble.
Yeah, you want to roll one of the other ones.
But either way.
I got a 5 and a 5 on the other ones.
Oh, jeez.
That's just a really good roll. Yeah.
Yeah.
16 to start with a marble.
Yeah.
And then maybe try to get a 6 out of it. So you're looking at least a 22. But you rolled a marble, and that's the important part, because you actually rolled a marble success, which is okay. Crap. Okay. 6 times that. Yeah. And Fremont basically like, no, you no take spot. Boom. It just comes in, and again, Liberty Lass, your instinctive teleport moving you out of the way basically kind of pulled you out of the line of where you would have been a pancake. Because he just brings it down, and it's within like 5 feet of you. Boom! With this fucking bug full of cement, just as if it's nothing. He's just literally swatting flies.
She like teleports back and is like, "Yo, same team, BW."
I'm sponsored.
I'm a big fan. No. And the other crystal, the last crystal remaining, cracks and starts basically steaming, almost as if he's dissolving on sight as he stands there, and does not look very cohesive. And you can tries to pulse out another wave, and it sort of and it forces out this eldritch blast of area of effect again. But even you being the closest to it, Liberty Lass, you kind of just hold up your shield, and it kind of spreads around and harmlessly. No.
Hey.
As far as the cracks go, like, does it look like? I mean, is anything visible underneath the cracks, or is this again
Nothing you can see.
cracks in the whole shape? Okay.
You can't see, human flesh underneath.
Yeah. Okay. So, well, this seems reasonable. We're gonna go over and just sort of, knock him down violently. It's a weird thing. I mean, I would feel more comfortable if I had a manhole cover, but we'll just use the hand and hope that works out, I guess.
Awesome. Give it a roll.
Okay. So I have a fantastic 8 plus whatever his modifier is. Because I got
Modifier is 6.
I got 3 ones basically.
But,
yeah, okay.
So a nice solid 14. And modifier times yours. Your modifier is 1.
My modifier or his modifier?
Your modifier.
Multiplier, I think.
His
You
damage.
don't get the modifier. You just get the ability.
Okay. The modifier comes from the ability, but
Nope.
sure.
Modifier comes with the rank.
Multiplier,
okay.
not modifier. Yeah.
The multiplier comes with the rank. The ability itself is 6. You get a +6 on your stuff. So your damage of 6, you add 6 because of the modifier,
Okay. So
which is
12,
12, and then you double it because it's a Marvel success, 24.
Okay.
So you stride up. You want to say anything fancy?
Yeah, it's gonna be. She's gonna walk up and be like, "Stop it!" And then just like, hit him with the bottom of her fist, like she's hitting a bug,
Stop
or
it.
like hitting a dog lightly on the head with a newspaper.
Yeah. This whole borrowing, copying abilities, somewhat new. You've done it a few times. You've done it in a few different ways, and you've sort of gotten a little bit of the gist of it. But what you haven't been used to up to this point is borrowing from significantly powerful entities, and this is an entity that can move a lot of. So you walk up with the intent to smack him on the nose and just basically give him just enough of a rattle to kind of.
Oh no, I mean she's
whatever.
definitely trying to hit him hard.
Okay.
Like, she's just the
But you're-
gesture is as if it's a
Yeah.
a
All right.
chastisement.
Then, yep, you walk up, you stride up, stop it, and you punk him in the middle of what you assume to be roughly the forehead region with a solid hammer chop of your fist. And as you're walking up, he's just drifting away, and you just kind of. And as soon as your hand impacts, and he literally explodes into dust.
Okay.
Don't snort that.
As if you just, like you pop a glitter balloon. You just.
Is this a good time to point out that rule about you can't accidentally do lethal damage?
I mean, you're not going to lose karma for it.
Well, that's a way of putting that, I guess. But like,
No,
she
understood. You did not intend to kill him, and technically you didn't.
okay,
You just accelerated the process.
sure.
It was the drugs that killed him.
Yeah.
Drugs are bad, okay?
Shit, she says, looking at the dust.
And Fremont, to his credit, basically drags the car out of the way. Where'd go?
Good
So the
question.
one that
You
Fremont,
strong, and he pokes you.
the one that
Don't you know,
Fremont
big guy?
smashed, did it dust too, or is
no
it like big
trace
chunks?
of any of them.
Are we out of initiative?
You are out of initiative.
Okay. Well, I will turn ESP. I will turn ESP back on
We-
and see if there are any locations of things that I can't obviously see.
Just the ones of
Like
you.
an unusual density of dust cloud somewhere.
Nope.
Okay.
We suck at interrogations.
Well, I was.
You see where the other one went?
No, I was going to follow him, but then things seem to be getting bad down here, so I came to help.
That's fair.
Did you guys have it? Should I have just waited up there? I don't really work with people, so I'm not used to this.
I wasn't expecting a troll, to be honest.
Fremont's great.
I wasn't expecting fighting rock candy either, as Pierce walks over and he changes over to his original unfazed non beauticious form, just completely super bland.
Back in gumshoe mode.
Yes,
Oh yeah.
as he's semi-limping over.
Seeing that would remind Penny to turn back into her superhero look.
Beholder, give me I'm not sure what I would use for this.
Is it logic?
What
That's
role
not- it's
would
not 'cause
one
that's my highest
use
stat.
to recognize something they haven't seen in a while?
I mean, that genuinely
Think
does
that'd be
sound
logic?
like logic.
Let's
Yeah.
go with logic.
Memory, like 14. Not
13.
fantastic for once.
Only for once tonight.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot.
Get a feeling, a sensation, when you see Pierce. When you see Pierce shift specifically. And something triggers, and Beauty sort of becomes more assessing and evaluate. Basically, it hones in on Pierce,
Yes.
and it's like it's almost, and you get this almost like an instinctive. Where have I seen this before?
When he shifts, it has the image of, say, like chips folding over like in a hello
Yeah,
as it cascades over
yeah.
each time, and it's either from side to side, top to bottom, diagonal.
Okay.
And Beauty is intently interested in what just happened with Pierce.
Good. She deserves enrichment.
Right,
Now,
change too. Are we doing a thing?
Well, crap. Though, right? Because he's gone now, I guess. At least I can't sense him anywhere. And the guy up on the bridge is also gone. Like, does anybody have any? Well, oh God, I guess I could try to do that. That feels weird, but
Which
like, can like, is there any shot for Beauty, you know, via enhanced senses to like do the bloodhound thing and like pick up his smell?
I thought you were going to say, does anybody have any icy hot? Because I can use some right now.
No, I'm great.
Oh, man, that hurt.
Actually, yeah. Oddly, Samantha like Liberty Lass reaches in her bag,
Take
like,
the bio for freeze if you got it.
and like she's got like
Tell
a liberal size.
Oh, my God.
No,
Like a tub.
like the size an actual athlete would carry. Like it gets used frequently, like about half gone.
I feel like based on the text of enhanced senses, or heightened senses, probably no. Like it doubles
Not-
the range that
not
I
one.
can smell something from. So
2, yes, I'd let you have it with 2,
yeah,
but not quite 1.
we'll get there. That's fine. So yeah, does anybody have any way of like tracking a person based on where they've been or anything? No.
No, but I did recognize the symbol on the back of his jacket before he changed.
Oh.
He seemed to be a member of the Southside Cobras.
Okay. Is this an organization that I have had any brushes with in my activities? Okay. Okay, well, then that's good at least.
At least we have a lead to follow up on.
We can figure out, I mean, obviously the South Side, but ideally more specifically, where some of them might be, and then do some more reconnoitering.
This is kind of my neck of the woods. So we're raiding the gang. So we're doing.
Raid seems like a strong word for an initial. Maybe we want to get some information first before we.
You
raid?
ran into them before Dreadfire?
Would he have? That is sort of his neck of the woods, but I don't know actually where the South Side officially starts.
In the south.
I mean, I don't think anyone really does.
Where
Right.
Where is-
exactly.
It's Seattle. It sort of runs north-south. So,
Yeah.
I would say, I mean, I couldn't even really assess gang territory, demographic areas for the city of Seattle, but
I actually
would
did
say
the area where that.
if you've
the area
seen
where that center
gangs,
is pretty high.
The vet center is located south-ish in terms of where everything kind of lands in the main city core itself. So theoretically, if you saw any gang activity, it might have been one of them or someone like them.
Yeah, I seen some around. I don't know if it was them, but I could put out some feelers.
Well, I was just asking in case they are actually super dangerous or if they're just like drug pushers.
Well,
I mean,
he didn't start out. He didn't start out with powers.
True.
I could tell. Only after whatever it is that happened. Which, by the way, what happened?
he ate all the drugs.
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay.
decided that eating the drugs was a good idea, and that no bad
And then
could
it-
happen from that.
And then he tried to blame us.
And then he blamed us.
Supervillain origin story from 0 to 6. I
He fell
mean,
into a vat of drugs that was in his hand.
Yeah. Well, okay. Point important. Safety.
Well, just something we have to keep an eye out for in
important
case
safety tip.
we do end up running into
Don't eat the drug.
more of these individuals and if they possibly have those chemicals on them.
And don't let them eat it.
Yeah.
Bring duct tape.
Yes. Part of my attire now.
At
A
least
roll of
doing
duct
it to
tape that
someone
hangs off my.
sprayed in people's mouths if they open them.
We got this.
There's probably a better way to deal with that, but I'll think about it.
At least it'll give a option to bring in the PD so they'll be able to also help recon areas, expand out communication pinpoint.
So, with that, you go your separate ways. Do you all pile back into Pierce's truck?
I feel like that's a lot of chauffeuring. We probably live all over the city.
Well, I was gonna. And also, Penny is not going to tell anyone where she lives.
That's fair.
Also,
Okay.
Verdulas is not there yet either. So she's like,
I'm gonna ask though. Hey, was anyone getting my texts? Like, I don't have your number, but I was texting you two. Did anybody get any of that, or was it not getting through?
Yeah, no, I
or-
replied.
Oh no, you got that one. I was just checking because it was.
yeah,
Well,
purple
after
rock
that,
monsters, right?
That
You
was
guys-
exploding.
Yeah, I don't have your contact info.
Okay. Would you?
That would
like to
probably be a
exchange-
smart
Would you like to exchange
thing.
numbers? Yes. I mean,
Yeah, that's fine.
like
Do we need earpieces or something? We got to
full
get a.
disclosure. This is a
that might be
phone.
wise. Maybe we should get.
We got funding.
Do I have ears in this thing?
He's looking at his pockets. He pulls them out.
I mean,
Hey,
What do you think this is? The freaking Avengers? You know?
Bluetooth earpieces are not that much. If people want them, I can buy them.
Damn you and your common sense. You know what?
I mean, they wouldn't be like invisible. They're just
That's
hanging
true.
there, but whatever.
Might be a good
Definitely
idea.
secret, I guess.
Yeah, so he would give over his contact info. He would also hand over his business card,
Ooh, nice.
and it has his address of his private investigating office.
Excellent. Nice to meet you.
You as well. I'm happy everybody made it out somewhat unscathed. And he does eyeball the tub of icy hot, and he says, "On second thought, this might take a long hot shower, but I appreciate it though."
Did that thing shoot a laser? What was that?
Oh yeah, it totally did shoot some kind of. Oh, it made me feel really ill. Honestly, it wasn't so much like lasery. Not a
Well,
word?
actually, you should probably get checked, because if it was just, like, radiation, that would make you feel ill, and is not great.
Yeah, me and
Oh,
me and doctor's not so friendly.
Well, okay, but
Unless you know somebody that I
mean,
can trust. I mean,
there was that guy that touched the thing. He didn't seem very smart, though.
don't you know smart people at the university
I knew George,
who are
but
not me? I'm not smart.
I know George. That's about it.
Okay. That seems like a great place to start.
Watch out for the alligator. He's going to the college.
That's right.
That's right. Yeah. Well, it's fine. Probably fine.
So
We did
everyone then
give a heads up over there.
No, we did that on the way in the
Yeah.
truck.
goes their separate ways.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Well,
get far
I
enough
don't-
away that I can get an Uber or whatever, so I can go home.
I don't have a business card, but you can find me at the vet center down in Georgetown. It's ask for Cal.
Very good, Cal. It was very nice to meet you too.
Is
They don't always look like this.
I figured. I don't always look like this either.
I noticed.
With that, everyone goes their separate ways. Having met some new associates and dealt with some kind of something, and now feeling just a bit deeper involved in helping the city with a small drug problem. So with that, let's call it for the evening. Thank you all for coming and watching. Thank you all for putting up with our shenanigans. Yeah, thanks. Rock candy. Heart is sweet and sticky. Are we talking about that rock candy now? All right. So let's do a quick outro and learn from where you hence and what you're up to and where we can find you on the socials. And let's go in a different order completely and start with Cassie.
Hey everybody, it's been great. I'm Cassie Renault. You can find me on Twitter and the Blue Sky app at Random Attempt. It's been great. Can't wait to see you next time.
Adam.
Hi, I'm Adam. You can find me on Instagram and Blue Sky at Soulbine, Twitter at _Soulbine. You can catch me playing D&D live on Friday evenings and Saturday mornings at twitch.tv/HighRock Games or YouTube High Rock Games.
Mike.
I am Michael Walsh. You can find me on the Twitter or the Dead Bird the X, or however you prefer to refer to these days, at Lanyap Gaming. You can find us on YouTube and Twitch at Lanyap Gaming, or twitch.tv/Lanyap Gaming.
Laura.
Hi, I am Pandora Beatrix. You can find me on Dystopia Burb, as is my name for it, and Blue Sky at Pandora Beatrix. Also, maybe YouTube. I don't know what my YouTube name is. You probably don't want to go there. It's awkward. I can be heard most frequently on the Modus Files and Once Upon a Wasteland, Fallout audio drama podcasts. Also, Anywhere But Now, a Doctor Who actual play, and coming soon, various episodes of Frontier, Tales from the Starfield, a Starfield game audio drama anthology.
And I have been your humble and self-effacing narrator, observing but never interfering, etc., yada yada. You can catch my pre and post COVID cosplay adventures at Canadian Captain America on Instagram and TikTok, CDN Captain America on the Bird app and the Sky app. And as for projects, this is my only project right now. I'm looking at possibly doing D&D again in the semi-near future, but that's got to be arranged still. But until then, I've got 2 of these going, and I'm intertwining them very, very slowly into a much better fighting force, assembling team of individuals to see if they can become something more, something. And other than that, generally causing as much mayhem as I can along the way. So, that said, we will see you next week, hopefully, and with more shenanigans, more mayhem, more mystery. What is the dust? Why does it keep eluding them? Why is there a drug problem in the city? I don't know. Why did Beauty react so strangely to Pierce's transformation? Why is Dreadfire such a smartass? Why is... Important questions we all need to know. All right. Will Kimberly Lass ever switch cars to a different style of hubcap? Important questions that need to be answered, and you may find out the answers next week. Until then, stick on the ice, whatever. Talk to you again. See you next week.
Another night spent wild.